What up, YouTube? I got like a really quick flip here. I'm kind of almost struggling to make the video on. I just picked this up yesterday and it's about to be sold. So um, I'll tell you guys, I bought this computer with a Oculus Rift S yesterday for 800. I mostly wanted the Rift more than the PC, but the guy only wanted to sell individually, and I'm sorry, sells a package. So I love the case. I just did a review of a PC with this case with the 9900K in black. This is the white version. Um, Really good PC, especially for VR. I just did was playing VR on it in like the, I don't know, 15 hours I've had it. But my main intentions was, like I said, to get the Rift. We had a Rift I got in a laptop trade a while ago, and I ended up selling it. And my wife and I really missed having it. It's just a matter of trying to find it, get and pay as little as possible. And right now, the Rifts are selling for way over retail because supply and demand. They're sold out everywhere. The only, I guess, issue I had with this PC is this graphics card is like 2.5, probably 3 slots. It's kind of hard to tell here, but I mean, literally, I mean, that's the bottom of the 3rd slot. So, I mean, it really is like a 3-slot GPU. And I couldn't install my PCI Wi-Fi card, so I was stuck to a USB Wi-Fi, which kind of stinks. And I know a lot of PCs actually have like a little PCIe X4 slot up top. This one did not, so I was stuck with the USB. It's an Asus Prime B450 motherboard, rocking a Ryzen 5 2600. Good, inexpensive little gaming processor setup. We got 16 gigs of the Corsair Vengeance 3000 megahertz DDR4, and then the Hyper 212 Black cooler, which, I mean, my processor never got above, I think, 55C. I did have to take off the little covers that go on here because the cooler is so tall. It was actually hitting the glass, so that, you know, those right there had to be removed. Just takes away a little bit aesthetically, but I mean, I still think overall it's a good looking PC. In the back, not much to see, not a lot of wires, very simple, clean build. It's just got a Corsair CX550M power supply and a 240 gig SSD, just a PNY, I think it's like a CS1311, and terabyte WD Blue hard disk drive. Nothing crazy for storage. And then for the processor, I'm sorry, for the graphics card, the first time I've ever used this is a Radeon 5700 XT. I mean, I think it performed very similar to like an RTX 2060. It was, I mean, you know, for 1080p, 240 hertz, I was playing COD and Fortnite and smashing them at 1080p resolution. The only issue, I don't know, y'all drop a comment, let me know what y'all used, but I was using the CPU ID hardware monitor and I could not get a GPU temperature reading. So I really couldn't get anything as far as like thermals for this GPU to share with y'all. It did, you know, I did get quite a bit of, you know, toasty air coming out of the top and the back. It's rocking 2 Corsair 120 millimeter intakes, no exhaust. I did have 2 240 millimeter. They look like the AER 140s, but they're the ones that come on their Kraken cooler. And I can't run them with like regular fan screws. For whatever reason, I think they're just meant for the long screws to like go through and into the cooler. But the fan screws, even like the bigger ones I tried, were still too small to fit in there. So I was gonna put 2 140s up top to exhaust, but like I said, they did not work. So nothing crazy as far as like RGB. Where's the power button here? There we go. System on. So all it is the XFX logo and then the 2 blue power indicator lights. No RGB. I mean, hopefully y'all can tell, but the computer is virtually silent. There you go. I mean, even though it's got the three 120s, the 2 fans right here, and then the fan on the power supply, you know, so you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 fans spinning in this computer right now. And it's very, very quiet. Even gaming doesn't really get much louder. This one, the fans actually stop. I think they engage after a certain temperature. So like right now, the fans are completely stopped because it's at idle. And I think that's just to reduce noise. But like I said, very quick flip. So it's going to be going. I've had this monitor and no one ever used it. It's a Dell 27-inch 1440p IPS. Very nice aesthetic monitor, very thin. See if I can get a model number. It's like an S27 something. Doesn't look like it, but it's a good looking monitor, just not really good for gaming. And I'm selling the computer for $900, so I'm basically making $100 to get an Oculus Rift S. And same deal, it's not, you know, that I'm lowballing anybody on this build. Like the guy was asking $800 for the entire setup, the build and the Oculus. And I mean, I've just been doing this for so long where I live that a lot of these people don't even post up for sale. They just message me, give me a price, you know, and say, hey, I know you need to make some money on this, you know, what do you think? This guy just messaged me and said he built it all for his kids. His kids played the Oculus like 3 or 4 times and the computer's just been sitting. So he said he spent roughly $1,200 when he built the desktop, and he said he'd sell the whole setup for $800. So I had no problem with that. And like I said, my main intention was more so to get the Oculus and then sell this for as much as I could, so I didn't have to come out of pocket. So the monitor cost me $200, so technically I'm about $1,000 into it, and I'm selling it for $900, so cost me $100. But anyways, like I said, just a really quick flip. I figured I would share with you guys before the buyer gets here and picks it up. I just meet, you know, in a location where we don't have to be close by. So I set this up out here. They can come out, test it, and we both go our separate ways. So anyways, like I said, I hope you guys liked it. I love the case. My plans was to maybe add some color to it, but just the nature of what I do, I mean, it's gone in a matter of hours. So let me know what y'all think in the description. Let me know what you guys use to monitor the temps on these graphics cards. But anyways, thank you guys.